Yo, Martin, I loved your space 2 days ago. That was awesome. Do you think Trump is going to get elected this year?
Hope so.
Close that fucking border, you guys. You gotta, damn, not to get too political, but you gotta clean things up.
Who?
The U.S. Sorry, I'm not an American. I just see a lot of problems at the southern border, even when I travel throughout the South U.S.
I can tell from your flapping head that you're Canadian.
I
Correct?
was. X.
Well, yeah. People whose heads are detached in their mouth. I'm sure you've
South
seen
Park.
Terrence and Phillip.
Uh-huh.
That's dead giveaway. You're Canadian.
Fair.
No, that's true. I mean, that's why we got to
Yeah,
get Trump in office, I guess. Fucking clean up the southern border.
yeah, I don't care as much as about this as all the other Republicans, and even Democrats apparently care about it now.
Well, I think
I
they
don't
do a
get
lot of.
I don't get what the big fuss is.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Well, I mean, if you live in the U.S., you wouldn't want a whole bunch of people coming in illegally, you know?
Either way, the money is getting printed.
That's the problem. My hope is that it could help boost our economy because you need people, right?
Yeah, more people, especially they're working for cheap. It's true.
Yeah. So, with all this fear about population dropping,
Yeah, it's propaganda. People need to be making more babies, in my opinion. What do you think?
of course, but I think that
Unless it's an ugly baby.
but the point is if that doesn't happen, I mean, quote unquote illegals or just immigrants, we're going to be begging for them.
Right. I mean, but it increases the population of the country. But I mean, the concern is global depopulation. I think is a big concern. Um,
Yeah, but I'm happy with America staying stagnant using
using illegals,
illegals.
yeah, it's true.
I'd rather have that than us plummeting because we were too stubborn to let these guys over the border. They're all rushing here. I mean, you saw what Japan and South Korea are looking at? I mean, they're looking at catastrophe.
Yeah. Um, I mean, ideally, I feel like if Americans would have more kids, that would fix it. But I mean, it would have to be
Of
very
course.
sudden. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, better to have people come in than not have the country depopulating. And at the end of the day, America is pretty much a country of immigrants, anyways, just by nature. So
Correct.
it is what it is.
That's kind of what my other point is. Like, they said that about my family. I mean, I think we had our papers and all that, but it was still, you know, let them come. I think it's good, but I understand some people don't like it, and I understand the other perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a LARP, to be honest. Like, a country without borders, like, man, those days are over. We're a much more globalist world now, and whether we like it or not, and I don't know that we can go back that easily. But again, I feel I don't follow the entire canon of what I'm supposed to follow. I'm an individual, just like everybody else. There's some things I like about the Republican platform. There's some things I don't. Just because you know I'm supposed to do X, Y, or Z doesn't mean I'm going to. So
Right, right, right. I'm with you. I mean, countries I feel like should have some identity at the end of the day, but
that's coded right there.
America, I think, is not one of them.
That's deep coded right there. That's racist coded. That's white supremacy
Yeah. Oh
coded.
shit, man, sue me.
I got you.
No, I mean, like, God forbid there be any sort of like, you know, borders or culture in countries.
Whoa.
I have like a
What?
interesting theory. It's like it's like
Back
the
off.
population
Fucking
collapse
get.
is like a code word for the white population. I feel like they're not calculating anyone else or even care.
Okay, we're getting pretty edgy here tonight. Uh,
My
My
bad,
bad.
bro. My bad.
I've been canceled before. I'm not afraid, but I don't. Just for anybody listening, I don't believe in any of this. These people are crazy. Um,
Cool.
White people are bad. just to be clear. There's original sin, colonialism. What else? Help me out. A lot of problems here with the whites. Colonialism,
what's it called?
fucking...
Colonize, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
right. No,
colonialism is.
I was looking for the word.
I need another.
There, we're all colonizers. We need to be depopulated.
Correct.
I see Mr. Pulte joined us. Pulte, could you enlighten us on what's happening with Bye Bye Baby
No, he's
and
gonna
Bed Bath and
sell
Beyond?
me on something again.
Okay, well, what were we talking about?
If we're circling back to Kitty, I just wanted to mention one thing I haven't seen like readily discussed is the interaction between a lot of these crypto pump groups and even the stock trading pump groups, and how if you follow a lot of the accounts, everybody that's retweeting, liking, reposting, creating these deep image sort of finding posts, you'll find a lot of them. I mean, they all kind of tie back to the same sort of groups. And I saw the same thing when I was writing the Web3 momentum, the NFT trading. You had a lot of those inside groups where everybody sort of knew things. They pumped out content and they had everything arranged pretty well. I see a lot of the same things happening right now. And whether or not they're all tied back together, maybe it's irrelevant.
So you're arguing there's some kind of cabal that it's possible that there's some kind of cabal that's coordinated
Not even a
a bunch of
cabal. I mean, there are dozens of trading groups where if you just add up the bankroll from all the members, everybody's leaning on the dope of one or two people. It wouldn't surprise me if just one or two of those groups is enough to swing a couple $100 million in line. I mean, if you look at the very beginning, I think it all started when Kitty posted that one meme, and it was almost a repost of Zach Morris, one of those crypto guys. And I know somebody else mentioned Unusual Whales. They have an NFT collection. They post their content. A lot of it is a little questionable when they repost, how they post. I think it's definitely merits some looking into. I mean, he posted in Super Stonk. They have their own little community. It wouldn't surprise me if like they're using trigger words to just kind of get people involved who are on the periphery of things to kind of all collude without there being any necessarily a centralized plan.
I think this is too tinfoil for me. I mean, I don't think that's what's happening. Is it possible? Of course. I think a couple things. So it typically doesn't happen in the stock market for a number of reasons. The first is that funds are very competitive with each other, and funds are where most of the money is. Theoretically, like, yes, funds could collude